Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Daily Bone Podcast. We are here to discuss all things crypto market, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, meme coins, and of course, NFTs. A lot to talk about today. We're going to discuss Coinbase's cbBTC announcement and its impact on the Ethereum and Bitcoin ecosystems. We're also going to do a deep dive into meme coin infrastructure and whether Pump.fun is, quote, bleeding market participants dry.
It's the bane of all evil, P.O. It is the reason that the entire ecosystem is funneling Solana to the bad guys.
Well, we're going to talk about it. I'm probably going to make a little video about it later. One of our teammates told me to, given my take. So we'll have to see. But I got a quick question. What do you guys think that people prefer to gamble on? So Mando posted an interesting poll here. He put NFTs, meme coins, Polymarket, and casino. What do people prefer to gamble on?
NFTs.
I think they prefer to gamble on meme coins, or at least they have for the past year. I'll tell you what, it definitely ain't Polymarket.
So there's a difference between what are they gambling on and what they prefer to gamble on. The verbiage in the context of this message is crucial. I think they prefer NFTs, but they've taken a inkling towards meme coins. My money's NFTs, though.
What do you think, Kex?
It's a good question. I mean, if we're talking about this space, right? Because like in general, for most people, it's like casino sportsbook, right?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. But like specifically in this space, I think most people came to this space like trying to make money thinking that they have an edge. So I wouldn't say casino in this case. I would say, I like what Easy's saying. I'd say NFTs because I do think that a lot of people, I guess it depends on your style, right? Like meme coins definitely is something like if you want to watch something go down by 75% in an hour or up by 75% an hour, definitely meme coins is for you, you know? But I do think that like, I feel like, you know, meme coins are the slot machine, you know, and NFTs are the craps table. You feel a little bit more like you can all get along. You know, you're all on the same side. Let's all play together. No one make the come bet, okay?
That's a fair way to put it. The thing I like about NFTs is the non-fungibility, like, buying one and having a unique one with, some sort of qualities associated with it, right? The image, and then, seeing the impact that like somebody buying 10 can actually have on the floor price. Those things are pretty interesting. Different mechanics with meme coins, but people are have been very interested in meme coins over the past year for sure. We'll have to see if there will be a cyclical shift to buying and selling NFTs. Again, not that it's gone away completely, but obviously the focus of the market has been more so on meme coins, on the sort of like all the way down the risk curve sector of the market. So quickly, before we get into this weather report, we are going to shout out our partners for today's show, and that's Uniswap Labs. Yes, the Uniswap. We kind of talked about this partnership on the show a few times so far. Ray has some content pulled up here. I'll throw to Easy. Easy, what should people know about the Uniswap Labs wallet extension?
Man, I got to be honest. This thing is slick. It's completely built around the ability to swap. So its entire focus is swapping. And right now, obviously, to swap to meme coins, that's probably the most straightforward use case we've seen. So with Uniswap in mind and with the consumer in mind, they built the entire functionality of the Uniswap app in their wallet here for swapping. It's a sidebar extension rather than a layover extension. So the UI is seamless, allows you to navigate both pages simultaneously. If you're familiar with other wallet extensions, they overlay. When you click outside of the overlay, it minimizes it again. Kind of a poor experience. This gives you a much better experience in general and swaps directly with the largest and most trusted dexes across the space, which is great. Both on-chain and off-chain dexes giving you the deepest liquidity, best routing, everything else you could possibly want. So you're going to get the best possible rates here as well. The other thing that they just rolled out is with the extension, you have full MEV protection. So all swaps through Uniswap X, which is the app itself, benefit from MEV protection. If you've been trading meme coins, you've seen those God candle wicks that send the token to $160 million, and all of a sudden someone deployed 1,000 SOL and sold 1,002 SOL all in one transaction. There's no gas fees and no failed transaction fees as well on that. So it makes it just a much more seamless experience and a better customer experience when you're swapping in and out for the best rates, for the best exchanges, when you're buying and selling tokens, getting in and out of trades. And honestly, the UI is like my favorite part. That side profile and sidebar navigation is extremely, extremely good.
Yeah, I mean, it's Uniswap. I see people in the audience commenting about the UI and just how slick the video is. It's Uniswap, so you know they're a blue chip entity in the space. Really pumped to have them as a partner. Definitely check out the extension. It's really badass. Like Easy pointed out, you can sign transactions, knock out swaps nearly instantaneously, and obviously you can send and receive crypto and switch between mainnet and L2s, all with the single extension. So big shout out to Uniswap Labs and the extension. Ray, I'm sure you have something pinned on the Twitter Spaces, and if we could show something on the banner for YouTube, that'd be helpful too. But anyway, let's get into this weather report. Kicks, what's going on, amigo?
What's going on, Tommy Tough Nuts? Alrighty, we're just firing up some settings here. Turn this one to the left. Scale it up. Today is Wednesday, August 14th. Looking at the crypto roundup, we got the majors up about 4% on the day. PO's a little bit giggity because Bitcoin 61,250. Ethereum 2750. Glad I didn't sell the bottom on my stack. Solana 151. Easy is still a multimillionaire. The biggest winner amongst top 100 coins is Telegram's blockchain token Ton, which is up 12% on the day to a $17 billion market cap. Ton's doing pretty good. Like they're set up there. Over the past 24 hours, Coinbase teasing a little Bitcoin action on their X account. They're going to launch cbBTC. Whoever came up with that name should be fired. This wrapped version of Bitcoin would further unlock Bitcoin liquidity into the Ethereum DeFi ecosystem. Next up, wirehouses continue to expand their client crypto exposure as multi-trillion-dollar investment giant Goldman Sachs reveals $419 million in Bitcoin ETF holdings. Finally, US CPI numbers are hot off the press with all but one metric matching estimates. Analysts speculated that this would need to come in well below estimates to warrant the 50 bips rate cut in September. Odds of that happening have fallen sharply from 33% to 25% on Polymarket following the announcement. Looks like we're just going to get a nice soft little 25 bit cut coming in September. Anyways, that's it for the weather report. Back to you in the studio.
Fantastic weather report as usual, Kicks. Look, ladies and gentlemen, we have Choose Rich Nick joining the show. Nick, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing all right.
Oh, that was a very chipper response from Choose Rich Nick here at 9:10 in the morning. Choose Rich Nick, love to hear it.
You can just call me Nick, your buddy.
Your name's, it says Choose Rich. Wait, did you just say your body?
No, I said I'm your buddy.
Is it body?
All right, isn't it? Sorry, guys, this is an inside joke that we just find funny no matter how many times.
I was thinking about Nick in my backswing on the weather report. I was like, where's Nick been at? As I was reading the words, because sometimes my ADD brain thinks about two different things at the same time. I'm like, I wonder where Nick's been at. I haven't seen him on the show in a while. Fucker shows up, dude, while I'm tabbed out looking at the weather report. What's up, man?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Notice anything different about me?
New nose strip?
Nope, same one. Mike, dude, I realized you can flip the direction of these things. So usually I had my mic up in my face. No one could see me. I was talking like this for the longest time. Now I got it underneath me facing up, dude. Like I can see my right eye was starting to lose vision because it was like having to focus in on the microphone all up in my eyeball. So, I mean, life-changing event for me.
I'm incredibly excited about it.
I know. I mean, if you think about how like smart I am, this thing's been in front of me for 2 years. Yesterday, I just looked at it. I'm like, dude, there's a fucking screw in that thing. I can unscrew that shit and flip it.
Wow, hold on. Let me smile about this.
Dude, you know what? You look like me after I drank until 3 a.m. and woke up on 5 hours of sleep, and I'm about to get mimosas and brunch.
I feel like that for some reason, and I went to bed early. I don't know what's going on.
Did you drink? You took some sort of sleeping medication? No?
Well, there you go. Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, we got Choose Rich Nick on the show, giving Kicks a big smile. Just kidding. He's not smiling at all. It's pretty funny. So look, Coinbase and cbBTC, we don't need to do a crazy deep dive, but it is actually pretty interesting that Coinbase is releasing another wrapped Bitcoin product. Or a wrapped Bitcoin product, I should say. So essentially, the cbBTC product is, well, first of all, easy. Have you done a deep dive on this already?
I haven't. No. So I saw the news drop this morning on it, and I have not had like a minute to go and look at it. I just assume it's a wrapped asset from Coinbase. No.
Yeah. So Ray, do you want to quickly come on and just give me like the highest level explanation? I mean, I think I get it, but I don't want to misspeak here in front of an audience. Ray, please.
Yeah, definitely. So wrapped Bitcoin in general has been around for a while. Basically, it's just a wrapping contract where people will deposit Bitcoin and then they'll get wrapped Bitcoin on the Ethereum network. Coinbase is launching their own version of this called cbBTC, and then integrating it with their smart wallet. And people are speculating and like suggesting that like the second order effects of this are going to be, more Bitcoin liquidity coming to the Ethereum ecosystem.
And one thing to call out is the timing of this is interesting because the current top version of wrapped Bitcoin, WBTC, if you've been on Ethereum and you've bought wrapped Bitcoin, you know what I'm talking about. That is operated by BitGo. They announced like a week or two ago that they were selling it into something like a partnership with Justin Sun. And so people started getting some red flags. They're like,
ooh, like Tron, Justin Sun?
Yeah. So people were kind of like, we need an alternative. And then Coinbase kind of magically shows up. They've probably been cooking on this for a while, right? But then the timing of like the current most popular wrapped Bitcoin product having some FUD, their timing of releasing this quite on point.
I mean, I actually like it.
I was going to say,
I like the idea of Coinbase having something for Bitcoin instead of wrapped Bitcoin. To me, was always like very sketchy. Felt very sketchy, very wild.
So is this on ETH though?
it's on
Base.
base.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Well, I like what were the like emblem vault was the whole like ETH thing, and you can't get anything out of there, right?
It's
Yes, you
that
can.
the user interface on that, Nick. You can. Easy's right. You can, but the user interface on that, Nick, is, oh my God. It would be like if you are using Windows 98 and trying to, figure out how to do an emulator for a Nintendo 64 game or something like that. It is wild stuff. I love to see any sort of base related action and updates. It seems like essentially the only mistake that Coinbase has made in the past half decade was making the NFT platform, the NFT marketplace. That's their only like kind of crash and burn failure. Seems like the wallet's going well. Base is going incredibly well. They're custodying the ETFs for all of the traditional finance institutions. It seems like or at least 8 of them, I should say. And so I don't know. Yeah, however this plays out, I think it's interesting. I don't think it's going to lead to like a bag pump for people that are listening to this show necessarily, but I love seeing Base have continued progression, and Base is one of the most exciting things in my opinion on Ethereum, period. Like,
Do all like Coinbase executives have to live in like a secure bunker at all times? How does that work?
I heard that. Yeah, I did hear that. Most of them based in Salt Lake City, Utah, too. That's what I heard.
That makes sense.
why do you ask?
I don't know, because they're custodying like 10% of the world's crypto.
Yeah, I think that there's big boy solutions that they have in place for that.
Like they got crazy security. Like, you and I both got to like stick our hands into this like device, right? And then it scans our eyeballs. And then like the CEO, they like make sure his bald head aligns with like their 3D rendering image. And then it's like, now you can access the Bitcoin reserves.
I like the way you're thinking through it. It's very ex machina style for Coinbase. So there you go. Well, look, we can kind of move on from this, and we can talk about whether Pump.fun is a bad actor in the space. We're talking about this at dinner last night a tiny bit with Nick. Nick, I'd actually be curious, as someone that's been, quote, in crypto for as long as you have, buying
like
Bitcoin,
2 decades.
Buying Bitcoin for hundreds of dollars back in the day. You've seen the NFT space obviously explode and then cool off a little bit. You've seen now in this most recent cycle, meme coins really take off. all of a sudden, because 99% of individuals that were using the Pump.fun platform over the weekend, the statistic came out that 99% lost money on the gig, and people were pointing out that they'd be actually statistically be better off gambling at a casino. All of a sudden, there was a percentage of people that were implying that Pump.fun, the platform itself, is a bad actor in the space. Nick, what's your opinion on that?
I like this joke from Mr. Yellow, where he calls me a bad actor, which is just really rude.
Is that like a double entendre?
Yeah, exactly. It's sexual.
That's funny. Yeah, I just learned about it. Yeah.
Dude, this whole Pump Fun thing is actually kind of, well, I have no idea. I didn't understand why people, like, I saw a lot of the tweets, but what was like the original catalyst? Because people saw it was
the metrics. It was the metrics that came out.
Well, yeah, it was 3 hours, 10 or 100,000.
10,000 tokens, or 10,000 tokens over 3 hours was what it was. And then the other issue was that less than 1% graduated to Radium. I have like some strong opinions on this on both sides personally.
You can't have both sides. You got to pick a side.
No, because I see the pros and cons. But if I got to pick a side, Pump Fun's EV positive for the space.
They're good
EV
people
positive.
on both sides. Good people.
Better than Washington. Better than OpenSea. Better than Blair.
Well, overall, I just thought it was kind of ridiculous. It's like people
because they're making too much money, Nick.
Yeah, but they built a really great product. Overall,
the UI is garbage. The UI is garbage. I'm sorry.
Matter.
It's
People
terrible,
use
but
it though.
So yes, but on top of it, it's like
I'll say my
I went
thoughts
through a lot
later. By the way, I'll just maybe we'll
you
come back
should
to it
because
after
you
you're done.
just said two. You just said two. You don't know.
Running over it with the train, but go ahead.
Nick,
That's
please
fine.
go.
That's fine.
No, go ahead.
No, I'll go ahead. Nick, why don't you take the floor? Anyways, Nick, what I was trying to support, because you were saying, why does everyone hate him? I was trying to support what you're saying, and I was saying they're making too much money. Once someone starts making too much money, people get jealous, right? They start to get jealous, and they start to point fingers, play the blame game, right? When everyone loses money, most reason why people aren't successful is because they don't blame themselves when they lose money. Only congratulate themselves when they make money. So they never take personal responsibility. So when they lose money, they have to blame someone else. Like I watched someone in Polymarket lose a bunch of money, and they thought there was a grand conspiracy against them. They couldn't admit that they just fucking made a stupid play. They couldn't. I think it's the same thing. Nick, what do you think?
Well, Twitter is all degenerate gamblers like complaining about bullshit. So is every Discord, every Telegram group, every group chat. It's people just fucking venting. Easy, what's your take?
Well, my take in general is that it's EV positive. It opens up a lot of easier use for people to get into the crypto space. We've even seen mobile applications that have started to launch, like Moonshot and some of these others, that have given people access to being able to buy them and actually trade with them. On top of it, too, like the more you look at this, I think there's some interesting things on this that have also happened where I saw a statistic yesterday that analyzed all the tokens that have basically rugged and how much SOL is locked up. Based on the inflation rate, 25% of the inflation is locked in meme coins that are basically like no one's going to be able to get that money out. So like, if anything, it's also kind of positive for the SOL price because all this money is just locked. And now inflation is technically not as aggressive as it is on SOL. There's also like some things that I look at with this is like, could Pump Fund change it so it's better for the user for sure, but that's negative for them to make money. And like they're a business at the end of the day, they want to make money. And you as a user don't have to click the button. You just still do because you have a dopamine addiction. And when you hit that 100x, you show up and you give it all back. The other thing that I think is like misconstrued about that data and how many didn't make it to Radium, you can still make money on these coins anywhere from a 8x, 9x, 10x before it gets to Radium. Like people are still making money before it graduates because you can still buy and sell it on Pump Fund. And that's where Pump Fund wants it to not get to Radium. They only get fees before it gets to Radium. Once it graduates, they don't make money.
Yeah, and I feel like this is like blaming Uniswap or Ethereum, like when shitcoins were launched on there. Like, if anything, this seems like a really like one of the coolest decentralized applications launched for crypto in a while. It's massively successful. They've made $100 million in revenue off of fees not off of broken promises and dreams, right? Which is how usually that's how you generate that much revenue in this space, off of literal fees of people using their application. So this is like what we should be looking and asking for more of in this space. Applications that people are actually using. These applications are actually generating a run rate that would make them valued in the billions of dollars. And like every VC would want to be on their nuts. Like that's what we're talking about here.
On their nuts.
But people want to blame and complain, right? Because they're just, I don't know, right? First it was OpenSea. Let's blame OpenSea. Then remember how long it was Blur's fault. It was Blur's fault for a real long time. Now who's the next? Now it's Pump.fun's fault. Maybe it's the fault of the people that are always fucking complaining. Maybe it's their fault. Maybe they're the people that are net negative. Maybe they're the negative EV people for this space. The people that just complain all the fucking time in this space and have to find a scapegoat. Maybe they're the problem. Maybe those people are the problem and not all of the things that they scapegoat. As Easy said, no one's making people go on Pump.fun and pay Pump.fun fees and lose money. Like that is their own choice as an adult, right? Everybody in this space is adults. Actually, some aren't, but they're probably smarter than a lot of the adults in this space. So come on.
Yeah. So just to put my closing thoughts on this, and I've kind of saved this so that the panel could discuss it. This is an example of a product in crypto having product market fit. If that upsets anybody, then they just need to take a look at where we're actually at with the crypto ecosystem, right? Not Bitcoin, but crypto ecosystem. And it's insanely early. And you've got an app here that has product market fit. Getting mad at an app over people being degenerate gambling addicts is not the approach. Instead, you should take a look at the fact that the app is attracting users and generating a tremendous amount of revenue, as Kix pointed out. Can't get mad at that. Nobody told you to go on it. It just kind of is what it is. If people lose money, nobody told you to go on it. And as Kix pointed out, there weren't any empty promises or broken dreams. It was just literally a platform.
But Pia, the real problem is that they're buying this stuff. They're not buying my bag so that I can dump on them. So that's why I'm upset at Pump.fun, is because they are not allowing these people to buy my stuff so that I can dump on them. And instead other people are dumping on them. And that upsets me.
Well, there you go.
I think I'm buying a Pump.fun token.
Right
now.
Right now?
Yeah, I'm just throwing fucking one soul randomly at one of these.
Can we get a little screen share as you go through? No?
Let's be careful with that.
Orangey, he's not a lawyer. He's a video game streamer. He said it's legal to launch Pump.fun coins in the United States. I saw it in a reply to a tweet.
By the way, let's see how this goes.
You already put money in and it's gone now?
I put one soul in.
Let's launch one right now. Let's call it Fuck Pump Fun. So F Pump Fun.
But we should launch it on the Pump Fun competitor.
But don't we end up getting money out of that though?
What about?
Oh yeah, we earn the fees. Yeah, we earn the fees if we launch it on Moonshot. So we could make generational wealth, and if we all insider buy it like most of the devs do, and pump it first, and then sell on the audience. Really smart, really strong move.
I may be back up.
What
market cap did you buy at?
You're privately going through.
I don't know how to tell. I don't know how to determine the market cap.
Are you on Pump Fun?
This is good.
It says it right at the top of the page.
Yeah, I am. Oh, it says market cap is 40,000.
Oh, so you bought a decently aggressive one. That's probably about 90% of the bonding curve already. So you actually got into one that's had some liquidity. If you really wanted to get weird, you look for the ones that are like sub 10K, where you're like the only buy. That's usually the ones
one has the potential to really blow up as the future here.
Yep.
So so
I'm really excited for you to tweet it out.
Like, do not share this. Who clicked the share button?
This is a great one, dude.
Look at this
looks
coin.
great, dude.
Wow,
I love it.
Cacti.
And yet, if you don't like someone, you can say sit on a cacti, but with a ticker. Why don't you go sit on some cacti?
Yeah,
I think it has a double entendre here, Kix, because the eyes, it's like cacti's.
Wow.
Shit.
Wow. There's some depth to this one.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I don't know who clicked the button on that.
I don't know either.
Choose rich, Nick. I got a little skit for you. You know, at senior centers, you know how they'll like teach people how to use like Word, like the Word document on the Windows, right? Like you can go to a senior center and they have classes teaching seniors about things like how to use Google, right?
Sure.
What if we, in your choose rich persona, which isn't your persona, it's who you are 24/7, we go to a senior center and we teach a class on Pump.fun, and we give each of the seniors one soul each that
I
they
like
can,
this idea.
right, that they can learn on Pump.fun. They just have to sign a disclaimer waiver form that we're going to use them in a promotional video.
Looks like it's
Also-
going to Radium.
Also,
Oh,
Yeah, no, yeah. You did in fact just pump it about 100% from a 30K to 60K. That may have happened because of somebody behind the scenes who shared the screen.
We got Daddy Nick here, a gentleman in the crowd, doing something that nobody told him to do, and he's realistically going to lose money. Ray, you popped
The
on.
last person that did that in the comments literally lost like 8 soul.
Yeah.
And they were like, I can't be mad at y'all.
Oh no, I thought he said thanks, Nick, and then we all were like, "What the? No one told you to do this shit. What are you doing?"
Two things. One, I absolved myself of all responsibility from clicking that button in case anybody's watching. Two, Kicks, you're shilling Pump.fun to an elderly home. You need a second waiver, one for health, because they're gonna have seizures looking at that site.
yeah, no, that's true. We may need special glasses, or what we could do is we could create Boomer.fun, and we make it so they won't have seizures on it, and we just charge 10% transaction fees. So about 10x what Pump.fun does. We're gonna make a little bit more money off of them, but are they really gonna care? They're gonna die soon anyways. You know what I mean? It's having a little fun. It's having a little fun at the end of their life, you know?
Very interesting. Well, now that we've done a little Pump.fun analysis, and Nick's probably going to be consumed by that for the remainder of the show, I'm wondering.
No, I'm not going to be consumed by this for the rest of the show.
Okay, no problem. Well, a couple things. It's interesting that on the past 2 shows, we've bought NFTs live. We bought Retardio Cousins and we bought Canpai Pandas. The Canpai Pandas are up from the buy price. Retardio Cousins may be down actually a little bit. I don't recall if I bought
Long-term hold, in my opinion. I think you got in around 14.5. I would say
maybe they're up then. They might be up.
we should have bought Utes or D-Gods, personally. D-Gods up over 30. I still think Utes are a buy here. I do. I think Utes are absolutely a buy here. Oh my God, they're up to 6. Yeah, I think they go to 10. I do, because on another marketplace, they've now renamed Utes to Fuzzy D-Gods. Because
wow,
one Ute equals 1 D-God in their ecosystem now. There's no discrepancy in assets. By owning one of these, you own same access to what D-Gods get. So I think the psychological aspect of this will, in fact, lead to Utes running harder here and playing a little bit of catch-up. I think 1 Ute will be equivalent to about, 1/3 the price of a D-God, which would be about 10. So a Ute at 6 for a 4 soul swing. Pio, you're up 2.5 soul on this.
got it. I didn't remember what I paid for the Retardio Cousin, and I'm still not convinced it was 14, but if it was, then that's awesome.
It was under 15. It was absolutely under 15.
I think I paid more.
Nick, you might have
You paid
paid like
20.
18 or 20. Yeah, perhaps.
I think Retardio goes to 100. I'm not no bullshit. This is like the NFT.
What do you think, Nick?
This is one you got? It's
Oh,
not as
great.
good as
Wow.
mine.
You pulled that up, huh? 13.4. You sure? Dude, the Canpai Panda that I bought. Ray, if you want to look at the Canpai Panda that I bought, the previous buyer bought it for 71 Solana. 71 Solana. I bought it for 8. I was like, is this wrong? Is this right?
No, they minted for 60 soul.
I mean, it was a different time. Solana was a lot less, but it just goes to show pricing this stuff in USD is risky, because I'm pretty sure the guy that sold this to me for 7.75 soul would strongly, that's not mine, but that's a badass Canpai Panda right there with that haircut and FBI helicopter. Nick?
I got a quick question for Easy. So when these tokens migrate to Radium, does it stay with the same contract address?
Yep, all of it stays the exact same. And Nick, fun fact for you, I ran a poll 3 days ago asking what market cap the majority of crypto Twitter trades. The 25% were under 50K and 35% were over 1 million, with the lowest market cap being 50 to 100K, which is exactly where Pump Funds bond at. So the lowest traded meme coins are post Pump Fund migration. Fun fact. Some interesting data for you. So you not just illiquid, but the least traded is what we're actually about to see here from Nick's pick. I'm not going to say the name.
The cacti one?
Cacti. Yes.
CACTI with the contract address BN253K. Remember that 1.
Wow, Ray sweeping out Nick from the show. Look
Good
at that.
move. Power move.
Funny move by Ray from behind the scenes. You bring him back. There we go. Nick is back. Nick, would you want to chart? Would you want to chart Solana and Bitcoin and Ethereum and point out which one has the best strength? You're a technical analysis wizard. Would you want to?
Let me do that real quick.
Oh,
wait, hold on. Oh my God. I put on I put on cacti on the screen. My apologies. Hold on, let me pull that off real quick.
That was an interesting chart right there. I feel like the technicals on that are looking quite juicy.
Real juicy.
My bet with Easy is looking fucking awful right now.
Oh no.
Which one? Both sides? Both sides look pretty bad, dude. I think I'm gonna hit this middle beautifully at the moment.
There we go. Here's
got
the chart
2
that
weeks
we
left.
start. 2 weeks.
That thing looks like it's one that takes a big old shit downwards.
What did I?
But it's going to go up first. It's going to go
what's my-
up to the yellow. So it's going to go to 175 and then just take a massive dump.
What was my target down Easy that I was saying?
120.
127.
I think it was 120.
Didn't you give Easy the iron condor here?
Yeah, I'm in the middle. I'm between. I'll even give you 125. I'm 125.
No, don't
to
change it.
220. I'll give it to him. I'll find out that. We'll give it to him.
You're just going to change a bet mid roll?
I'm giving him $5 extra because I feel bad for the kid.
Never seen that before in my life.
Yeah, 125 to 220 is that middle range is where I win 2 soul.
The desperate bulls would call this a higher low.
The desperate
Nick, don't look at your meme coin chart again. It's not good.
Oh
Chief.
my God. It's not that bad.
It's not updating on my end.
It pumped up significantly and then just came down off of this significant pump. But oh my God.
Mr. Yellow said cacti on a healthy pullback.
Yeah, I definitely did. This is not looking good for me.
You know, you're still up, man.
No, I'm not.
It's okay. You can business expense it for market research for your senior center course.
What the hell, man?
Yeah, I mean, I've read literally something on Twitter yesterday, and it's like, whenever someone's trying to rug a Pump.fun coin, they do it right before it hits Radium, which means that these guys are in the trenches. They probably have scientific evidence.
Oh,
to Easy's point, that's
well,
when you want to get out.
This is bullish for it. Run this baby to $1 million.
Do you want to actually do the Solana charting? You started it, got distracted by Cacti's bump, and then told everyone to run it to $1 million.
Sorry,
is what just happened.
Not a promise.
Oh, look at how tight that little thing's getting.
What thing? The Bollinger
Bands, baby.
They're not that tight.
They're trying to kiss.
The top is 185. The bottom is 120.
They're starting to scrunch a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I had tweeted before about sideways summer and everyone going back and forth on all this stuff. I think
tight little thing.
What, dude? The way you're speaking about this is like concerning.
Sorry.
It's just all sideways. The technical analysis on this chart is boring AF right now.
All right, how about Ethereum? Any
So
juice
fucking
on
tight.
Ethereum? A lot of people want to know. People are talking about it.
I think that chart was a little too tight for Nick. He likes it a little wider. Those bands are a little wider on this one. They're spreading.
What is going on here?
I don't know. You got a lot of lines below, but not above. That's what I'm seeing. What are you seeing?
Okay.
Seeing a shit ton of
There's a
lines down
lot of
there,
lines below, dude.
Look how many
There's a
lines
lot
are
of
there?
lines.
That's crazy, dude.
I think there's like a new language. Like I feel like I should rub my hands over it like Braille.
Holy
and I'll
shit.
learn something about the chart.
That's before it broke out. That was a tighter range. This chart's looking good. Seeing some support on Ethereum. I kind of like Ethereum here. I mean, I was buying it when, what was the last dump? It went down like here. This is where I bought it, right?
Sure, it hit some of those lines.
Yeah, you bought the scam wick down.
The ETH is looking actually pretty good here. I like it. Bitcoin. What is this territory?
That doesn't look good according to your blue lines.
So what do we think? It goes down to 26K.
There's a lot of lines below, not as many above. Same kind of situation.
I think Bitcoin's just going from 60 to 26. Real
rejection. Here.
Oh, that's good charting right there.
Nice.
Look at that. And then this is his.
Oh wow, that's a wild ride right there.
So I'm drawing it out. I think I understand why. Also, this isn't good Twitter Spaces. This is very visual.
Yes.
What we're doing right now.
You have to really spell it out for people. You have to verbalize it.
I just
look at it to see how
line
tight it is.
from 60,600 all the way down to 26,000. In all honesty, dude, it's sideways summer. If we're really,
I think if anything, Nick, based on the TA that you showed me, the charting you showed me, it seems that Solana and Bitcoin may consolidate chop a little longer, and ETH may go on a naughty little run on its own to kind of start things off. And especially with all the hate that it's gotten, maybe ETH's the one that kind of makes the breakout first, drags the other guys along with him.
I think Solana keeps running this. Yeah, it's still Solana summer here. Okay. I'm down bad on this token, by the way.
On Cacti or Solana?
Yeah, it was a fucking rug, dude.
It's down astronomically.
Yeah, I don't.
You just made some random dev's day. Some little kid making like one soul a day and just hit the fucking jackpot off you.
And he didn't. Someone told him about. He had no idea that this show existed. Has no idea who you are. Someone told him about it. He just experienced this wave of confusion and excitement, almost like it's too good to be true. Couldn't even really process what the hell it was, and jammed on the sell button as fast as he could with the biggest smile on his face.
This charting looks phenomenal. I don't even know why it looks so good. Just the way you jam that wedge in there just visually makes this thing look like it's at the Olympics and it's about to do what's the springboard onto the horse.
Real quick, Daddy Nick in the audience, I just have to say this. The gentleman that said that he was putting in a bunch of Solana has lost all of his money.
Nick CTO it.
Yeah, he lost all of his money. That's what happens, ladies and gentlemen. So you should never, ever buy anything on
Daddy Nick went in with 10 SOL when the entire market cap.
Here's the thing is you guys were probably the only two actual buyers of this token. It was the dev followed by the dev script that he bought from some guy in a dark forum web that just fakes a bunch of buys from 100 different wallets. And you guys were the only real people in the club.
So Radium, this is the first time that I look at Radium and I say, very interesting.
Really?
Just saying. The chart's good.
Dude, I don't know what it is about a wedge. Why does the wedge look so good here?
It's a big old wedge.
Put a little bacon on that thing.
It broke out above the wedge. Explosive upside. It should have gone up more, though, from 170 to 270. It should have gone up to, I guess 270. No. It would go from 170 to 1.7. So 3.4 would be the next target on
Are
radio.
you just doing mental Fibonacci calculations here?
340. Okay.
That's an explosive move.
My bags will be happy. Just saying. I'll be ecstatic.
I bought some somewhere. I have too many wallets now to even track. Like I don't know where the money is, but I did buy some Radium somewhere. I think that this is looking pretty interesting. Jupiter, what are we thinking of this chart though? I don't know about this.
What do you think, Easy? What do you think about this chart?
There's some drama with Jupe right now too. Like some people are upset with some actions they've taken recently, including Jupiter, the platform selling a bunch of meme coin holdings they had. They dumped like millions of dollars of meme coins recently, and it made a lot of whales exit the overall token, which just kind of led to this negative price action.
How did they get the meme coins? Did people drop the meme coins to them, or did they buy, like the Jupe organization bought meme coins?
I don't know the exact context of how they got them, but I'm not sure, so I don't want to speculate. All I know is that it was a negative sentiment from the entire space on when they were selling them. But it was way more than just getting airdropped. It looked like they had some serious size in some of these.
And they just dumped it like their fucking jump capital.
Quite literally, yeah, like a jump capital movement. It was pretty wild.
This kind of looks like the whiff chart is very similar to Jupe's chart.
Look at that. Look at that pattern recognition from Choose Rich Nick.
It's a shittier wedge. It's still in the wedge.
Look at Bonk. Bonk looking interesting, except
how does that look interesting to you? I don't understand.
It's higher lows.
What the fuck do you see in that?
It's I didn't. It's
you just drew a line and it went through the line 3 days ago.
Mean positive or negative?
What is what?
You're analyzing me saying the word interesting, which has no.
I feel like we're at an art gallery and I'm looking at some guy that just like put paint in his mouth and then spit it out on a thing, and you're like, wow, this looks incredible. I'm trying to understand what you're seeing that I'm not.
I just drew it. I gave you the chart.
Yeah, that's saying the line, it looked great until 3 weeks ago that it broke through the line. So what the,
sometimes
I didn't say it's a buy. I said it's an interesting chart.
Okay.
It's an interesting chart.
Oh, okay. I didn't respect your second line. You're saying there's like a parallel. We got two parallel lines working and it just broke out of that parallelization.
It broke down.
It broke down.
It's bad for
as they say, busted down Tatiana, kind of, right? Like break that shit down.
Well, real quick, we're going to get back to the very sophisticated charting that we're focused on right now, for sure. I cannot wait to get to the next.
Look at Avalanche.
Oh, look at Avalanche.
It looks like a T-Rex arm. That's a great indicator right there. That's a great indicator. Real quick. There you go. That's what we're looking for. Ladies and gentlemen, just want to give a monster shout out, a T-Rex level shout out to Uniswap Labs, the partner for today's show. That's the Uniswap, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, the blue chip entity in the crypto industry. Been around for years at this point. Big shout out to Uniswap. Talking about the wallet extension right here, built for swapping, built from the ground up, optimized for swapping. Easy. Any additional detail that you want to give people about this wallet extension by Uniswap?
Yeah, I mean, just in general, it's hands down the most seamless wallet extension and swap functionality for all EVM chains right now. So if you're looking at Base like Pio's interested in, if you're still stuck on Blast with Clemente, if you're watching ETH meme coins because you think Solana's dead, there's probably no better option, not even probably, there is no better option at the moment than Uniswap and what their wallet extension does. Looking at this, if you're watching the YouTube, you see it's a sidebar UI. So you're not getting any sort of overlay. It makes it significantly easier to swap in real time. It aggregates all swap functionality from both on-chain and off-chain dexes. So hands down the best routing and best prices and full MEV protection. So if you are trading these illiquid shitters like Nick is, and you're worried about getting squeezed out on a massive buy because of MEV, this completely protects you. So Uniswap's using this with the consumer in mind and all of their swap functionality. So kudos to Uniswap. I've been having a blast with it, especially as I make some terrible decisions on EVM chains.
You got to think Jared from Subway is getting a little nervous over there.
Yeah, he's watching this like, shit, dude. My $40 million a year profit machine that doesn't even make me need to click a button is in danger.
My little foot-long tuna fish sandwich. You used to get that back in the day. I did.
Well, literally, what are you talking about? Anyway, shout out to Uniswap.
Jared from Subway, the #1 MEV bot. Every time you see Jared from Subway.eth, he's the MEV guy because they sandwich attack. It's sandwich attacks. So the guy bought Jared from Subway.eth. He makes $40 million a year off of MEV.
Well, anyway, big shout out to Uniswap and specifically the wallet extension. We couldn't be more excited to have a quality partner.
T-Ward is pissed about this.
Pio, we kind of answered your question from the beginning when you did the survey. Like, what do people like the game a lot more? It's obviously meme coins.
So
we've just proved that.
We never got an answer.
I know T-Ward. T-Ward's a good guy. You can't even be serious that you went in on Cacti, T-Ward. And then also, Mr. Yellow goes, damn, Cacti cooked my arse. It's like, dude, come on, man. Come on, Mr. Yellow. What are you guys doing, man? What are you guys doing? As it
started dumping, I lost 50%.
Yeah. That's what happens. It's 99 point something percent of the time. That's what happens.
Oh my God. I looked at the chart.
Come on, guys. So look, Ray's got a game show segment here. It's called Pick Your Chart. Can't wait to see what Nick thinks of this. In this segment, the panelists are going to be presented with
this chart. What do you think of that one? The cacti chart. That one looks pretty good.
0. Well, sorry, I had to do it. You know, that's Mr. Yellow said, "What we doing with gambling, man?" You know, he's him and the Mandem are gambling over here. Anyway, look, so in this segment, panelists are going to be presented with 4 charts, a little bit of information on the assets, and a time frame for the trade. They're then going to choose which chart is the best buy. And this doesn't mean go buy cacti, ladies and gentlemen. It definitely doesn't. Today's charts are all of top 100 coins by market cap, and the holding period is more than 1 year. That's an impossibility for a lot of people. So you have to buy it today and hold it for a year. Nick?
Why don't we make it 5 years and then we'll come back then and discuss it on the show?
Why not 10?
That was so quick. I love it.
Ray just basically came in and yelled at you and then left immediately. How do you feel about that, Nick?
What is the point of this? Why are we doing a 1 year chart? What are we thinking?
I got my answer. I know what I'm buying.
1 and 4 are looking pretty good.
I want 1. Give me chart 1.
Okay.
2 looks like Blur or Blast. It looks like just like the shittiest dog shit chart of all time.
Okay. Next one. Okay, that one's interesting.
That looks like a meme coin.
And the next one. Oh, look at that one. Wow. So look, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at charts. That's if you think it doesn't make for good radio, you gotta imagine the charts.
Yeah, so this chart 1, it goes up, then it chops, and has a big spike up, then it retraces, then it spikes, and then it consolidates. Chart 2, down only with some, looks like just some TWAP buys up by a market maker into more dumpage, but pretty much down only, but high volatility.
Hold on, dude, we're not describing this. Just tell us, what are these charts of?
Chart 3 goes down, huge buy, followed by a retracement, huge buy, then a consolidation all the way back down near the lows. This other chart, just like a blue diamond ski slope, straight fucking down. No one bought this shit. This is probably, I'm not even going to say it because then people will flame me for being mean. Looks like ass.
All right, so no one's picking a chart?
I'll pick number 1.
I also picked 1.
I pick 1 and 4.
No, Nick, you only get 1. Select 1.
Here's the thing. I know how Ray works,
right,
and Ray's trying to trap us all with 1 being the best chart, and it's going to be the stupidest thing, the stupidest project ever. I know
1's going to be like Gala Games.
Exactly. I know how he works. So can I see 2, 3, and 4 one more time, please? Okay.
Well, we're looking at charts, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring in Ray.
I'm gonna go with 3, just to be contrarian here.
Okay, what were the charts, Ray?
All right, number 1 is Sol BTC.
Okay.
Oh, yep, that's the one.
2 is ETH BTC that Kick said gets dumped and then market made up, scam pumped.
Okay.
3 is Doge BTC.
Oh, that's a potential.
He trapped me again. How did he trap me again?
Doge is good.
Reverse psychology, Kicks.
God, he's too good.
Doge goes down 99.9% of the days that it exists, but or sideways, but goes explosively up like 0.01%. Anyway, go ahead, Ray.
And 4 is XRP and Bitcoin paired.
Very interesting.
Ray, which one would you buy and hold for a year?
I'd buy Doge.
Yeah, I mean, I
Follows
get it.
Kicks.
But holding it for a year is risky because you don't know if the explosive moves up are going to happen in that year. Like you got to time it. That's actually an awkward year-long buy, in my opinion. Well, that's your pick your chart segment.
But can you even hold Sol BTC? Like, how do you hold that?
You hold Solana.
You would hold Doge. It's just showing the chart is just comparing it to Bitcoin.
Let's jump into the next segment. This is a segment about literally nothing that matters. What are you thinking about, Kicks? I had a dream last night about a friend who told me that his wife was in the hospital, and I was thinking of calling them this morning to make sure everything is okay.
Is that me?
But it was a dream. It wasn't real.
It was a dream, but I just,
Was it that me? Is that me?
Hey, thanks for listening to the segment. This is a segment about nothing. On the next segment, what's the next segment?
Well, I need a Seinfeld theme song for that previous segment. Then all of a sudden you might be actually talking shot, that might actually get spiced up. You're like, hey, tell me about your coffee, Nick. And then, you can kind of like dive into it. Nick,
why don't we pull up my screen share, Priyo, and see if it gets Nick kind of in the mood?
Kenny Powers gif. This is what Kix felt compelled to share with the world, is a Pinterest page with a Kenny Powers gif of him making the suck it motion.
I already saw it in the thumbnail down here.
It upset you, Nick. It upset you.
Let's go shoot a video, because this approach. I mean, what are we doing here?
Nick, do you think Hunter Biden's going to get any prison time in his gun sentence? If you don't think so, you can bet no for 28 cents.
Well, let's quickly pull up Polymarket as we conclude. A little bit of Polymarket betting never hurt anybody. We can even do some live bets here. I'll deploy $10. I'll send it to the tune.
Nick, that's heavy swings by Pio, man. I'm all in. Let's get it.
Nick, I'd call your friend, by the way, because dreams are messages from the deep.
He's correct.
All right, so some of the more interesting bets are interest rates. Nick, any bets that stand out to you at all? There's a wide range. There's pop culture. There's just a category called Biden. There's breaking news. Any bets that are interesting to you at all? We can dive into them.
I have to zoom in to see these. I'm down to discuss any of them.
Okay.
I almost want to take the that one right there. Iran military response by Friday.
Yo, real quick, people just fading Iran is pretty funny. Iran's been repeatedly saying we're going to have military response by X day over and over again. And Polymarket people are basically like, nah, you're not.
I almost want to take yes. Kind of fucked up because like you're kind of rooting for like war here, but like I've been hearing some rumblings. It's not looking pretty.
Easy sources.
Easy's got
dude. I'm just telling you,
sources now.
Opposite side, yeah, Israeli.
Easy.
Sources.
You're not rooting for war. You're helping the decentralized prediction marketplace get more accurate on the risk of Iran attacking.
I gotta call one time out. Easy's now implying that he has an insider scoop on whether there's going to be a missile-based attack between Iran and Israel.
Can we scroll down? I want to make sure that I actually understand what documents he yes.
Who's your source?
No, we can't leak that, dude. That's it. Listen.
What?
1 second. Can we just see what yes is?
Did you have to zoom in 9,000%?
What is happening with this screen management right now?
The market results yes if Iran initiates a military action on Israel's soil, airspace, or maritime territory. Okay, so basically any action will be considered to be the use of force executed by Iran.
Yeah, the issue here is like it has to be executed by Iran on Israeli soil, airspace, and maritime. So you can't. So if a weapons depot on an Israeli soil is hit by an Iranian missile, it will resolve to yes. If the Iron Dome catches the missile and it disintegrates in air, doesn't count. You got to blow something up. You can't just hit a cacti in the desert. You got to hit a strategic military target for this thing to resolve to yes.
Well, I would probably bet the no.
I'm going to go no here because it needs to make contact. If the Iron Dome was going to stop it and you'd get yes for that, I'd probably take the yes. But I think you got to take no.
Let's look at one more bet.
Hold on. So you changed your position, Easy, based on your what happened to your source?
If they're going to fire at them was my main thing here. So the whole make contact and damage done is the caveat that is stopping me here.
Okay.
Let's hit one more. Let's look at a crypto bet. How about that, Ray? Let's look at that crypto category at the top. And
There's a good one. There's will Bitcoin. There's the Bitcoin above 60,000 on August 16th. Very interesting.
A 50.
Very interesting. But for the same percentages, you can also say, will Bitcoin tick above 65K at all before September?
Ooh, I almost would rather take the before September over 65K.
Oh, they got a Swan Bitcoin insolvency one. That one's pretty interesting. There and
Is that
then
the one that Udi continues to say is insolvent?
yeah,
Mhm.
because I think they are. I used
Yikes.
that product 2.5 years ago. It actually wasn't a bad product, but it seems as though it may have been mismanaged by its controversial CEO.
Udi
Very-
also blocks Lynn on Twitter. Once I heard that fun fact, that I don't know if I like that so much.
Blocking Lynn Alden.
Yeah.
Udi blocked Lynn Alden.
Yeah.
Interesting move. So okay, but people are pricing in the Swan Bitcoin surviving through the end of the month. Udi just being unrelenting in all caps, just taking down an organization in the space is like he retweeted his own tweet here. I mean, it is pretty fun. This guy is one of my favorite people. He's funny as shit. But anyway,
look at this market I just linked, because this is interesting, because people are like, oh, you could just trade options or stuff like that, right? Instead of this. But the one that I just linked over, if it ticks above $65,000 for 1 minute in August, for 1 minute, this resolves yes.
it's a 50-50 flip. I mean, this is a straight up gamble. You're gambling on short-term price action of Bitcoin.
Is it though?
It's being priced at 47%. It's
Did
nearly
you see the charts Nick had? The lines?
I saw Nick's lines.
Okay. Well, it's dumping below. It's below 60K.
There you go. All right. Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, one last shout out to the partner for today's show, Uniswap Labs. We've been talking about the wallet extension. Ray has the promo video pulled up, very slick, available on Chrome. Easy. Any closing thoughts on what people need to know about this wallet extension built from the ground up to optimize for swapping, as you would imagine it would, considering it's Uniswap?
Go give it a try. I'm telling you right now, as soon as you use the Uniswap wallet, you're going to be like, I don't know how I was using anything else. The sidebar navigation is my favorite thing from a UI perspective, making it seamless to monitor deck screeners, take a look at Bird's Eye, any sort of EVM chain as well. I know you're trading meme coins, and if you want an easy way to swap in real time, an easier UI for the entire experience, and you don't really want to rely on some trading bot and would rather still be able to custody all of your assets, Uniswap wallet is the product for you, and that's coming from someone who has used it multiple times and enjoys trading EVM coins using this because of the better rates, because of the MEV protection, and because of the UI. It's significantly better than anything else on the market.
Check it out. That's at Uniswap on Twitter. You know where to find Uniswap, but check out this extension specifically. You heard about the features. Monster shout out to Uniswap. You can download the wallet extension on the Google Chrome web store application. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen,
Closing thought, Pio, just one, if I can get in there, one thing. I got a little piece of alpha around Polymarket. High likelihood. Would you like me to drop it in the exclusive Bodogos chat in Discord, or would you like me to share it on the show? I'm deferring to you.
Drop it in the Discord. How about that?
Sounds good. Sorry for interrupting your outro.
You want to just write it real quick, hit enter, and then share it on here so that people get. Is this tradable? Is this actionable info?
Actionable intel.
Okay. And what?
Go pick up a Bodogo to get the alpha in the Discord. That's what we're doing here.
What's the subject matter?
Polymarket.
It's not an individual trade.
I still vote for it to be on Telegram, but
okay, yeah.
Share it to the Bodogos community. All right, there we go.
Anyway, look, ladies and gentlemen, that's our show. We do the show Monday through Friday. We will be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Show's available on Apple and Spotify podcasts, YouTube. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you go on YouTube, we are there. We're also available on X platform. Many people are listening on X platform Spaces, formerly known as Twitter Spaces, also X platform video, formerly known as Twitter video. Wherever you're at, we are there. Anyway, thanks for listening, everyone. We will catch you guys next time.